Welcome to another morning coffee. It's Friday. So today I want to talk about something that's a big passion of mine, and I normally keep this to my main channel. But I want to chat about this really. It's a big passion of mine, and whether you want to watch or not, it's up to you. But I want to talk about VR, virtual reality. It is a passion of mine because, in the past I've been a gamer at heart. I like to play lots of games, Grand Theft Auto 5, Call of Duty kind of games, you know what I mean? Well, a few years ago I delved in and got a Quest 2, and I found my passion again in gaming, it's... But the reason why I stopped gaming in the first place was generally because time went so fast. All my spare time was taken up with playing games, and it got to the point where, I'm trying to enjoy my life a bit more than gaming, so I stopped. VR brought me back, of course. Not to the extent of what I used to, So now, years later, I've got a Quest 3S, which is bloody good. Didn't want the Quest 3, I wanted the 3S, you know what I mean? And which is a standalone VR, does not plug into anything. It's its own entity, you know what I mean? It's like having its own game console on your face, you know what I mean? Yeah. So anyway, I start playing Call of Duty games, whatever, that kind of stuff. But I bought a game last night which really opened my eyes to something completely different. I've always been a massive fan of racing car games, like Formula 1 games, even in the old days on the Commodore 64, revs and stuff like that. And I've always been interested in racing games, it's just, that's another passion of mine, racing car stuff, Formula 1 and, and VR on the Quest lacks racing games. It's got a few, but nothing spectacular. The biggest game of my life was on the PlayStation called Wipeout, where you're in a spaceship flying around these courses, which was just phenomenal, amazing for its day, you know what I mean? I've always wanted that in VR, I've got Mario Kart clones, like Galaxy Kart and stuff like that, which is good enough for Mario Kart's rip off. But so yesterday I bought a game, a V-Racer hover bike, and it's like Wipeout regenerated. If you ever played the game Wipeout, I might put some. No, I can't put any screenshots. Can I now? But I'm gonna make a dedicated video on this game, on this channel. I know, I'm going above and beyond. But it is just phenomenal. You're on these virtual tracks in this hover bike, and you have to lean sideways when you're racing. You have to lean into the corners yourself physically to get your bike around the corner and stuff. And it is just crazy. It's crazy, but it's, I got it yesterday, and I'm addicted to it. You know what I mean? Not in that way. I wouldn't only play it every minute of the day. But the good thing about the VR is the battery only lasts about 2 hours. So if you haven't got any extra batteries, you know that you can play for 2 hours and you've got to stop and charge your system up. So you can't continuously play if you've got plugged into power or that kind of stuff with extra batteries. So that's one good thing about VR. You are limited to usage if you force yourself to do it, but yeah. Anyway, how are you anyway? I know it's not a subject for this channel, VR and stuff, but I just want to share some of my life with you, that's all. It's okay talking about mental health, talking about gear use and cameras and stuff, but I want to delve more into my life as well, the things I like to do. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going to create the video over the weekend. I've got the weekend off. I've got to record. I might add it to my Saturday vlog, the weekly roundup of stuff that's gone on in my life, and let's see what happens. Yeah, why not? Okay, that's it for the morning chat. Morning coffee chat. Okay, catch you soon.